Hi guys, Bella here, and I'm here for my week 4 weigh-in update. So I have to say this last week was not my best week in recent memory. Actually, and since I've been starting Jenny Craig, this was not a good week for me for several reasons. And so the first thing is, let me just get to the weigh-in. This morning when I weighed in, I weighed 306.4, which is a gain of 4.2 pounds. Which is a lot in a week. One of the things that happened was last night in the afternoon and then into the evening, I made some poor choices, ate a lot of salty food that wasn't on Jenny Craig. And so I think a lot of that weight is actually a false gain. I mean, I did gain some weight, I know, but not 4 pounds. I think because I didn't overeat that much and for that many days. So I think it was like a water weight gain because I did eat some buttered popcorn and some other things that were higher in salt, and I didn't get my water in. In fact, all week I've been pretty bad about the water intake. And I've also been I think this week I kind of felt sorry for myself a little bit, and I'm not like that, so it was kind of a strange feeling. And I kind of gave in to cravings a few times that I shouldn't have. So I think I mentioned, but I can't remember if I did or not. I just recently found out that I have plantar fasciitis or fasciitis. I can't really say that right, but you know what I'm talking about. And it is extremely painful. Like, I never realized how painful it was for other people until it happened to me. And it's awful. It's excruciating, especially because I'm on my feet most of the day as a teacher. And I mean, if you just think about how much walking and, I don't know, movement that you do every day, it's really debilitating. And even my shoes that I have for school, I don't wear, high heels or anything like that when I teach. I have Clarks. And shoes that are like that are, they're not ugly, but they're definitely not the most stylish shoes in the world. And I have them because they're pretty supportive for me since I stand on my feet all day. But even the Clarks are killing me. And even my tennis shoes, even my sneakers are not at all helping. Like, they hurt when I wear them. So the only shoes that seem to really feel pretty good are my Crocs. And I don't wear Crocs to school. I mean, it's just they're too ugly. Like, Crocs are around the house shoes or in the garden shoes to me. Now, I hope I didn't offend a lot of Crocs lovers. I love them too. I just don't think they look good with most outfits. That's just my opinion. Anyway, but I have been wearing them around the house as much as I can because they're the only ones that really feel halfway decent. So getting back to the whole weight gain, the pain that I was experiencing, I really let get to me and kind of got inside my own head about it a little bit. And I also started to feel a lot of cravings for salt. I had my period this last week, and usually when I have my period, it's not as much about snacking as it is the week before my period, but for whatever reason, I was really hungrier this week, or I don't know if it was real hunger or head hunger, but I gave in, and I ate some popcorn earlier in the week. Not Jenny Craig approved popcorn. And then, that was okay. But then on one of the snacks, I was having peanut butter with apples. And of course, I had more peanut butter than I should have. And so, again, in itself is not that big of a deal. But when you couple it with all the other things going on this week, it had an impact. The other thing is I didn't really work out that much this week because even like taking the dog for a walk really hurt. I did do it. I took her a couple times, but not every day like I normally do. And my foot was so bad after, like the pain in my heel was terrible. And so instead of doing some other kind of exercise that I wouldn't need to be on my feet for, like riding my bike or going to the gym and doing recumbent bike, I just didn't do anything. And that's not how I'm going to lose weight. I also didn't get my water in. And that's another, considering how much salty stuff I've been eating, I should have gotten a lot more water in, but again, I didn't. I just kind of let everything slack, and that is not, again, how I'm going to lose weight. So, am I going to moan and cry and be upset with myself over the weight gain? a little this morning. I wasn't happy. I was upset with myself and really frustrated. I feel like I threw the money away that I spent on Jenny Craig. It's not cheap at all by any means. In fact, it's really expensive. And I feel like the money that I spent last week on the food was all a waste because in one night I just ruined any progress that I would have made. And I was really close to getting under 300 pounds this week if I would have followed things. So, what if, coulda, woulda, shoulda, all that stuff. I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm going to do better this week, period. That's all I can do. I have to move on. So one thing that I decided to do besides, say to myself, okay, you really need to not give in to the cravings that you might have. You need to work out even if it hurts. Like I said, there are other things I can do. I can take the dog for a little bit of a slower walk, and I can wear my Crocs outside. Like, I don't mind wearing them when I'm just kind of like around the house or doing errands. It's like for school and stuff when I have a cute outfit on. I'm not going to wear them then. But what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the store and get a Dr. Scholl's insert that I can put inside my shoes to help the pain. Because I know that a better support in my heel will make a world of difference in just how I feel. And then if my foot feels better, I'll be more apt to go and do a workout. The other thing is I'm not going to give myself the excuse of not working out just because I'm in a little pain. I have to work through it. And so I need to, ride my bike or go on the recumbent bike at the gym because that doesn't put any pressure on my foot at all. I can totally do that and I won't feel it whatsoever. So that's what I need to do. It's not raining yet really here. We had one day of kind of a downpour, but that was a quick, fast moving system. And actually the forecast is for the coming week that it's going to be back up into the mid to high 70s around here. So there's no reason not to ride my bike and even go swimming. I should be able to do that too. It's going to be nice enough. So I have other options that I just need to use. The other big thing that I did this morning, I don't know how much, I can't remember how much I've said about my Jenny Craig center that I go to and the consultant. I think I did in my first update, that first week. I know I expressed some frustration over the fact that the consultant that I have didn't really make a big deal over my 9-pound weight loss. And like I said at the time, I'm not expecting her to do jumping jacks and rah-rah, pom-poms and all that stuff. But I did expect her to say, wow, that was really good. But I just figured, okay, whatever, I'll meet with her anyway. It's fine, what's the big deal? I meet with her for 20, 30 minutes a week. No big deal. But today I went in there and not only were they late, I had an 8 o'clock appointment and they were late to meet me, which it's kind of like, wow, why have an appointment at 8 o'clock if you can't be there before? You should be there before I am, as I'm the client, you're the people working there. The girl always looks like she just rolled out of bed, which, I feel like it's important for her to dress and look like a professional rather than like she's just going for a workout. Like I said, Jenny Craig is not cheap, so I do have some high expectations of the way they present themselves. And you may not think I should care about that kind of stuff, but I do, and I think it is important. The way they present themselves to us is important because they're supposed to be motivating us. And if she looks like a wreck, that's not motivating to me. I want to see someone who takes the time to put together some kind of outfit. It doesn't have to be like a New York fashion scene, but it definitely shouldn't be the workout clothes that she's wearing, in my opinion. And if she was a great motivator, if she was high energy and positive and happy, I probably wouldn't care what she had on. But because she's kind of negative or a lot really negative and really low energy and not at all motivating, I do care. I am going to nitpick a little bit about that stuff. So anyway, and also this center isn't open on Sundays, which is when I preferred to go, because Saturday mornings I was going to Zumba at 10 a.m. But by the time I go to Jenny Craig at 8 a.m. and have the consultation, get the food, come home to bring and put all the food away in the freezer and in the shelves and stuff, and then, eat a little something, there's no way I can make it to Zumba. And I don't want to go to Zumba on an empty stomach because Zumba lasts until 11, and I don't want to go all the way until 11 or really 11:30 without having eaten anything. I think that's just not a good idea. So I haven't been going to Zumba on Saturdays for the last month, and I miss it. I mean, I really do miss it. So I called today. There's like 2 other centers in my city besides the one I go to. So I called the other one that's the next closest one to my house. And I asked them if they were open on Sunday, and she said, yes, we absolutely are. And I asked how big of a deal would it be to switch to their center from the one I went to. She said, not at all. She looked up my account information, and she scheduled me for an appointment. So next week I'll be going to a different Jenny Craig center on Sundays, like I originally wanted to, and I'll have a new consultant. And so I'm really excited about that, actually. I think that having this little change will be something that helps me, I definitely think, because I know that if I was working for Jenny Craig, I would try to motivate the people that come in when they have a bad week and when they have a good week. I would be more of a cheerleader to them. And I think that that's how the consultants should be. That's what I expect in a consultant. So I'm hoping that with the change, it will be a good one. I think it will be. The other center, too, was just, it seemed a little disorganized, just like I said, with being late for appointments and just in general. I didn't get this air that they really had it all together in their center. And I'm a really organized person, so seeing that much disorganization, it really kind of drives me crazy. So I'm hoping, that the new center will be hands down much better. We'll see, right? So I am looking forward to this week ahead. I'm moving past what happened last week. Like, it happened, it's not great, but I can't do anything about it now. All I can do is make better choices this coming week. So I wrote some goals down for myself, and here they are. Okay, so eat 100% on plan, no deviation. I was doing this for 3 weeks, and I have that success under my belt. Like, that was a string of successes that I can draw on this week when I have moments of like, ooh, it would be nice to, have a little extra something. I can draw on it and say, like, no, you don't need to do that. You're about to eat a Jenny Craig snack in like an hour. Just hang on. Drink some water, Speaking of which, I'm going to be drinking 10 glasses of water each day this week, which I can do, no problem. I'll be tracking everything in MyFitnessPal. Even this week, I tracked most things, but I definitely did not track the little extras I was having. And so this week, good, bad, and ugly, I'm going to be tracking it. I will be getting 45 minutes of activity in every day. I'm not going to put a huge burden on myself and say, okay, you have to go to a Zumba class every single day, or, you have to do some kind of like intense exercise every day, because with this plantar fasciitis, I don't think it's necessarily realistic. So some days getting activity for 45 minutes will mean picking up, some kind of like housework around the house and taking the dog for a walk. Other days it will be more intense, meaning more like riding my bike, or going swimming, or doing the Zumba DVD, or an on-demand kickboxing class. Because for some reason, when I'm doing like a kickboxing or Zumba, the plantar fasciitis doesn't hurt as much as like when I'm just walking. And I think it's just the way I hold my foot, or prolonged exposure to the walking. I don't know. Like, you guys probably know more than I do. Speaking of the plantar fasciitis, I'm definitely going to commit to the treatment a little more than I did this week. So that means doing the daily exercises and the stretches in morning and night. I did them some days last week, but I didn't do them all the days. And I definitely didn't do it every single day, morning and night. So the stretches are, like, I have this like flex and like back and forth, flexing my foot when I wake up in the mornings just to stretch, so that when I step out of the bed, I can actually put some weight on my foot, because otherwise if I don't stretch it, I can't, and I like hobble to the bathroom. So I do that every morning, but at night, it was recommended to me to do, it's basically like with your foot, you do all of the letters of the alphabet, you like outline all of the letters of the alphabet. And as crazy as that sounds, it stretches the muscle, and it really, or tendon or whatever, and it works. Doing that in the evening really, really helped me the next morning to get up. So I'm definitely going to do that. One thing I haven't done at all, which I need to do, is the ice and heat therapy. So I will be doing that. I also am going to try the massage with the tennis ball or frozen water bottle. I've had that recommended by a few different people to me, and so it doesn't hurt. I have tennis balls for the dog, and so I'll just take one and use that. Like, it's like you roll it under your foot, and the same thing with a frozen water bottle. You like roll your foot on it. It's supposed to really help. And then today I'm going, actually, after this video, to CVS, and I'm going to go buy an insert, like a Dr. Scholl's insert for my shoes, because I think, you know, that will make a huge, huge difference. The other thing that I'm going to do, and I don't know how many of you guys really read my blog, but my blog is something that when I do it, like when I'm on and active in that blogging community, I am on track better. It naturally makes me more on track. So I'm going to be writing more blogs. I usually do I've been averaging about 3 blogs a week. I'm going to try for 5 this week because it just helps me, even if they're short blogs. I think I'm going to do that. And then the other thing is I'm going to read more blogs and also videos here, like these videos, because that really helps me stay motivated and keep on track. So definitely that's what I'm committing to, and I think that I will be able to not only take the weight off that I gained this week, but hopefully a little more, okay? Sorry this video is so long, but there was a lot to say. I hope you guys stuck in there with me, and I will see you next Sunday. Hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.